Hey guys, welcome back. Today in this video, we'll see how we can take Jenkins backup to S3 bucket and restore it whenever it is required. So before we are going to take backup, let's understand why we need to take backup. Suppose you have the Jenkins server on your Linux machines or any Windows machines working. Now let's understand why you need to take Jenkins backup to the S3 bucket. So as we know, Jenkins is a CI/CD automation tool. To achieve the automations, we do install lots of plugin and we create lots of jobs or projects. And same time, we create lots of credentials to in order to connect to the respective tools during the integrations, and we used to integrate the tools. So all these things what we do in Jenkins, if in case suppose accidentally in any of the things deleted, right? If you deleted the project or job whatever you have created, or some plugins or some particular versions of the plugin deleted, or some credentials is deleted, so in that scenario, what we can do, we can, whatever the backup we have taken to S3 or any storage platform, right? Not only in S3, any storage platform or to any server, what you can do, you can just restore it back. So let's see how we can do the setup. So before we are moving to the setup, let's understand the prerequisites. So what we need, we have to first create a S3 bucket, and we need the S3 publisher plugin in Jenkins to be installed. Then we have to create the IAM credentials to access to the S3 bucket. To restore the Jenkins from the S3, we need the AWS CLI, the command line interface to restore from S3 bucket and get it back to the Jenkins. So all these things we'll see one after another. So let's first create one S3 bucket. So log into your AWS management console and go to the S3, and we can go ahead and create a bucket, right? So provide the bucket name here and choose whatever the ownership and the private or public, whatever the access label you want to keep it for that back bucket, and then create it. For this demo, I already have created a bucket. So this bucket, if you see here, I don't have anything in this bucket, right? So if I go to the properties, you can see this bucket is created on this AWS region. Now, if I go here, objects, so we don't have anything in this bucket. The bucket name is Jenkins backup -md. So what I need now, so once the bucket is created, I have to go ahead and install the S3 publisher plugins in our Jenkins. So let's log into the Jenkins, go to manage Jenkins. If I go back to the plugins, here we can see, go to the available plugins, and we need S3 Publisher. Just type S3 Publisher here. Yeah. So this is the S3 Publisher plugin, which is required to upload the artifacts or the files to the Amazon S3 bucket. So let's install it. Install without restart. Just wait for a second and let it install, then we'll start. So once it is installed, you can go to the installed plugins here. And if you search here, S3 Publisher, and you can see here the S3 Publisher plugin has been installed. Okay, so now what we can do, we can set up these publishers, right? S3 Publisher plugins profile in our Jenkins. So what you have to do, go to dashboard. So after you install the plugin, you have to go to the dashboard, go to manage Jenkins, and what you need to do, go to system. Under system configuration, go to system. So if you go down, there will be one S3 profile option will be available now. See, imagine S3 profiles. So here, what we have to do here, we have to set up the credentials, IAM credentials. So just give a profile name. Suppose I'll give a profile name called as S3 backup, S3 backup, and you can just give the access key or secret key, or you can directly use IAM role. Okay, so what we can do, we can first go ahead and create one user. Okay, so how we can do that, go to your Amazon console, search for IAM, go to higher, and here what we have to do, we have to create one user. Okay, so let's go ahead and create user. Suppose I'll give S3 backup. The username I gave is S3 backup. Let's click next. Add to group, create a group, and here to this group we have to, let's create a group S3 group. I'll give S3G. Okay, and here as we are going to work on S3, I want only to provide the policy for S3 alone, right? So if I click on the S3, I can give Amazon S3 full access. So let's go ahead and create user group. So the group is now created. Select this group, go ahead and next, create user. So we created one user called as S3 backup, and it is attached to a group called S3G, right? And we have provided only S3 access. So let's go ahead to the user, and here we have to create the security credentials. So in the security credentials, just go ahead and create access key, command line interface, CLI. Yes. Next. Okay. So here it is created the access key. We can see here the access key. Let's copy this access key. Go to Jenkins, put it here. And same time, you can copy this secret key also, right? Copy this secret key, put it here. Now we gave a name as S3 backup, access key and secret key, everything we have added. Now let's go ahead and save it. Okay, so what we did, we set off the S3 profiles in Jenkins. Now let's go ahead and create a job. So click new item, give a job. Suppose I'll give as Jenkins backup. Okay, job name is Jenkins backup. Create a pipeline job. Okay, Jenkins backup, give a name or descriptions, right? So let's go ahead, select pipeline script from SCM, gate, and get the repository URL. So let me show you how we can write the pipeline script to upload this to the S3 bucket, right? So what I can do, let's go ahead, go to, suppose I have a repository called DevOps work. Here all DevOps related work, we are going to do it, right? So let's go ahead and create a branch. Suppose I'll create as S3 backup, and I'm going to check out from master, right? Create a branch from master, created S3 backup. And what I can do, I can just go ahead and write a pipeline script. Okay, under Jenkins and underscore pipeline script, here I can create one pipeline script. Let's go ahead, add files, create new file. Give a name like, I'll give a name as Jenkins underscore backup, Jenkins backup. So let me quickly write the pipeline syntax. I believe you guys would have some knowledge on this, right? Writing a pipeline script. So let me go ahead and quickly write a pipeline script. So I can just give agent any. That means we have only one agent, that is the built-in agent and the master agent. And if you want to specify any agent, you can go ahead and specify. Okay. Suppose here, if you want to specify, you can give as label. In our case, it will be built-in. Okay, it will be built in, right? So let's verify what is the node name. Let's save it, go to the dashboard, and here if I go to the manage Jenkins, right? Go to the node sections, and here we have build-in node. The node name is build-in. Okay, so that is what I'm going to keep it here, build-in. So this is the where I'm going to execute my pipeline script. Let me quickly write the stages, different stages. I'm going to write it here. Okay. So what I'll do now, so stage, suppose I just need simple stage I have to create here, call it as, okay, it's simple. Here, I'll just put it as Jenkins, Jenkins backup. Okay, so what we have to do first to take the Jenkins backup, right? Let me show you what we have to write here under this Jenkins backup section, right? So what we can do here, let's go to Jenkins backend server. I have a Jenkins backend server here. Let's open this. Okay. Now, what you can do here, as you know, right, when we install Jenkins, all the Jenkins folders and everything will be created under the Jenkins home directory, right? So if I go log in as Jenkins, let me log in as Jenkins user. Okay. And here the password. So if I just go here, so var leave Jenkins is my home Jenkins home directory where all the Jenkins informations and Jenkins files are available, right? So if I do ls-l here, you can see lots of XML files, right? Lots of configurations files, all these things are there. Let me just little explain you what are these files and what are these folders used for. So if I go here, see this config.xml, right? Where all the config XML, all the details are available. And similarly, we have the credentials.xml where all the credentials, whatever we create, everything will be stored under here, right? And if we go here, plugins folder, the plugins whatever we have installed in the Jenkins, everything will be kept under this plugins. So if I go to these plugins, let's go there. You can see all plugins informations whatever. So just now we installed the S3 publisher plugin, right? So you can see here s3.jpi. So the plugin whatever installed, the format, the extension it creates as .jpi, right? So all these plugins, you can see lots of plugins available. So what we need to do, we need to take the backup of this plugin as well, right? Let's go back. If I do here and here jobs, so this what this jobs folder contains, this job folder contains whatever the jobs we have created, right? So if I go to the Jenkins now, I show you, right? So I have these many jobs available, right? These many jobs are project, whatever jobs are created in this particular dashboard you are seeing, everything will be under this jobs folder. So if I go to this jobs folder, you'll see all jobs are there. See, these are the jobs, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how we can take the entire Jenkins folder or Jenkins directory as a backup, right? So what do we do now? Let's go back, go here, right? Go to CD, touch. So now I am into var leave. Okay, var leave. If I just go var leave one direct back, right? So here I can just zip the folder, right? So what I can do, I can zip the folder and that zip part I can take it the back. So this is what I am going to show you manually. The same thing I'm going to do it in the where in Jenkins pipeline script, right? So let's go ahead. So what we are going to do now, we are going to take the backup of Jenkins, and who is going to take the backup? Jenkins itself. So Jenkins itself will take its backup, right? So let's go to the jobs, configure it. Okay. So now let's go here. So we need to write the backups here. So for that, we need to write the command like zip command. Okay. Before that, so let's add steps here. So these are the steps we are going to execute, right? So as this is our Linux server, right? So we have to execute sh. So under sh, we are going to write some commands, right? So let me go there, uh, write it here. So what I'm going to do, first I need to go to the var leave folder, right? Cd var leave folder. And from here, I'm going to execute the zip command, zip hyphen r. So I'll give a name as Jenkins backup dot zip, right? Jenkins backup dot zip. And what I need to backup? I need to backup the entire Jenkins folder. I need to backup the entire Jenkins folder. So what I did here, I just took a backup, right, of this Jenkins. Means I just zipped it, means I archived it. Okay, you can use tar also to compress entire Jenkins and take it. So I'm just going to show you with zip only. Okay, so I just zipped it now. Now what I need, after we take and compress it, what we have to do, we can upload this to the S3 bucket. So for that, what we have to do, we have to write another stage here, right? Another stage where I'm going to upload into S3 bucket. Okay, so here let's add the steps. So what I need the S3 plugin, right? That plugin to be used to upload it. So let me show you how we can generate the plugin by using the plugin commands by using the snippet generator, right? So if I go here and go down, we have a pipeline syntax. Go to the snippet generator, and after you install the S3 Publisher plugin, you will find one S3 upload. See, S3 upload publish artifacts to the S3 bucket. So use S3 upload. Select the S3 profile. So see this S3 profile which we had created just before, right? So automatically it takes because it has only one S3 profile created. So this S3 profile is nothing but the credential information stored under here, right? So now what we have to do, we have to select the files which need to be uploaded. So let's do the source file name. What is each files to be uploaded? So we have to upload this file name where the file is available. So in our case, the file will be available on the var leave directory, right? So after we zip it, it will be there in var plus leave directory, right? So under this var leave directory, what we can do, we can just put it the entire path, the complete path, you can put it here. So var leave, and it should be Jenkins backup, whatever the name we had given the zip file name, right? Jenkins backup.zip, right? So, and if you want to exclude anything, you can just add it here. And then what we have to do, we have to set off the destination bucket. Okay, now let's go to the bucket. If I go to the S3 and get the bucket name, exact bucket name, whatever we had created, we have to give it there. Okay, and this bucket is created under AWS Asia Pacific Mumbai, right? Region. So what we can do, we can just put the bucket name here, standard, and then select the region name. So in our case, it is AP South 1, select, right? And these are the options, whatever you want to do it, you can just select it, or else you can just go ahead and generate a Python script. So we got this Python script created for us. Let's copy this, go to the, so what we can do, we can just write one script block here. Under the script block, we can just paste the command. So whatever the command we just, whatever the script we copied, we can just put it here, right? So what it will do, it will upload this to the Jenkins backup -mv bucket. Okay, so now all our Python script is ready. Now what we can do, we can go ahead and execute it. So let's verify it here. The stages, it should be one more back. Okay. Okay. So now let's go ahead and commit these changes. Commit. Okay. So what I did, I just created one pipeline script here, right? I just created one pipeline script. So let's copy this repo and go to your Gen. So here what we can do, book this one. And as it is private, we have to provide the credential here. So put the credentials and the branch name. So in our case, the branch is S3 backup, right? The branch name is S3 backup. So what you can do, go ahead and select the S3 backup, right? This is the branch name, right? Let's verify it is the backup, correct? So this is the branch and we have to give the script path. So the script path is not the Jenkins file here because we have given a different name to it. So what is that? So it is created under DevOps work, right? And under Jenkins underscore pipeline. So this is the folder one level up, right? Jenkins underscore pipeline. So what you can do, go here and put Jenkins underscore pipeline and slash. This is the folder where it is present, right? Jenkins underscore pipeline. And what is the script name? It is Jenkins underscore backup, right? So just put the script name here now, Jenkins underscore backup. Done. So what we can do now, let's save this. So we created a project or job. Now let's go ahead and build it and see how it is working. So let's see. So the job is now progressing, right? So it's failed. Let's see why it is failed. So it says expecting, so that could be extra curly braces we gave, right? Let's fix it. So here we have to put extra. So here we missed one curly braces to end it. Okay, now let's save it, commit the changes. Now go back and build the job again. Build now. Let's see this time. Okay, so the job is running now. So let's wait for some time. Okay, now let's check the build here. And the build says as unstable here, right? Let's go to the console output and let's see what is the error. So if we see here, what it says error failed to upload files and it says expecting ant globe pattern. Okay, so what happened? The source file we had given as var leave jenkins backup.zip, right? So if we go to the snippet generator here, so just go to the source file. Okay, so the source file we had given var leave jenkins backup file, but what it says, this particular option, right? If we search this particular, click on this help feature, right? It says files to upload, and this field allows the ant globe syntax such as star star dot slash build and all this. The base directory, what it says, the base directory is the workspace. That means anything available in the workspace can only be copied and treat as the source file. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to do two changes. So one is in the code and another one is the source one, right? So let's go ahead and change the code first. So here we had done good, we went to the word leave and directly there we zipped it, right? So what we can do, let's edit this file. Instead of directly zip inside this folder, what we can do, we can write here to add workspace. Okay? Workspace. So what will happen here? This will create this Jenkins backup.zip file inside the workspace. Okay, let's commit this change and then come to here in the source file, and here instead of this entire file name, just give star.zip. Star.zip. So what will happen on the workspace itself, the file having zip file.zip, it will just pick it up and upload into the bucket. Okay, now let's go ahead and click generate snippet. So you can see here the source file is now changed to start.g. Let's copy this, go to the code and paste it here. So we can just entire code can be now. So paste it here. Okay, so now we added this, we change this code. Now let's commit it. Now let's go ahead and execute the job again. Let's check the build. So what will happen this time? What is doing? It is going to zip the file into where? To the workspace. And you can see here it is going to zip the file as Jenkins backup.zip. So it will take some time because this Jenkins server or Jenkins application is having lots of jobs and lots of projects created there. Okay, with considering the entire folder we are going to take backup, so it will take around 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes of time. So by the time I'm just pausing the video, so once it is done, I'll show you. So now you can see the zip has been completed. So it has been zipped, the file has been zipped and it has created this one. And then it is going to upload the file. As the file size is little high and little huge, so it will take some time to upload it. Okay, now we can see it has been completed successfully. That means the file has been uploaded. So let's go to the bucket and check now. So here is the bucket. And so our Jenkins backup.g file has been uploaded. So just now it is uploaded around 12:08:51 UTC time, right? So we have the G file is now available with 4.5 gigabyte of size. Okay, so we saw now how we can take the backup of the Jenkins and upload into the S3 bucket. Okay, now let me show you. So I'll just delete one job from the Jenkins and then I'll try to restore that job from the backup. Let's see how we can do that. So suppose this multi-branch demo. Okay, let me delete this job. Delete. Yes. Okay. So I have deleted that job. Now suppose this job is accidentally deleted and I want this job to be back here. So how can I do that? Right? So we have already the backup is available in our S3 bucket. So what I can do, I can just log into the server. Let's log in back. So as per our prerequisites, we have to install this AWS CLI. So let's go ahead. So you can use sudo yum install AWS CLI. I think yes. Okay. It entered. Good. So what is H? No package AWS AWS AW. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake here. There is a typo. It is not ASW, it's AWS CLI, right? So let's correct it. AWS CLI. Okay. So what is H? Package AWS CLI already installed and the latest versions. Okay, in these machines it is already installed. So if you don't have installed already, you can use this command to install it right on the Amazon Linux machines. So let's clear the screen and if I check AWS hyphen version, so it will show me which versions of AWS CLI is installed. See, okay. Now what I need to restore the job which is deleted. How I'll do that? First, let's download the zip file which is uploaded by the job in the bucket, right? So what I'll do, I'll use AWS S3 command cp, right? So what I'll copy? I'll copy the bucket row, right? So just give S3. So bucket name. So bucket name is Jenkins backup hyphen MB and the file name. Okay, so what is the file name? If I go to this bucket, here is Jenkins backup.g, right? So give Jenkins backup.g. Okay, so I need to copy to this directory, right? To this home directory, just give dot. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, what it says? It says unable to locate the credentials. Okay, so here after you install the AWS CLI, you have to configure your credentials in order to connect to the AWS service from this machine, right? So how we can connect to this credentials? You remember we had created one user, right? So what we can do? We can go ahead and copy this one. Okay, so what I can do? Let's go here. Use AWS configure to configure the user ID and password, right? Hit enter. So provide the access key ID here, and then secret key you have to provide. Copy this secret key, paste it here, done. So this is now added. So once this is added, now let's go ahead and execute the command to download from that bucket, right? Hit enter. So now you can see it's downloading the zip file, right? So it's downloading the zip file. Just wait for few seconds because it's 4.5 gigabyte of file. So it will take a couple of minutes. Okay, the file is now downloaded. So let's check this file. Yes, so we can see here we have this Jenkins backup.g file down. So let's unzip this file. You can use unzip command. Okay. So the G file has now been unzipped. Okay. Now if I go to this, see, this is the folder. Let's go there. And what we have to do? We have to go to the jobs folder, right? Jobs directory. Let's go to the jobs directory and let's see which job we had deleted. So we had deleted this test multi-branch demo. Okay. Now let's verify it. If I go to the Jenkins here, so test multi-branch demo, see, it's deleted, it's not here, right? I want that job to be recovered. So how can I do that? So what you do here, just log in as Jenkins user. Okay, just log in as Jenkins user. So this is nothing but a directory, right? You can see this is a directory. So test multi-branch demo. So what I can do here, just copy this entire directory. So you can use sudo cp-r. Okay, copy this entire directory to the var leaf and Jenkins folder. Okay, var leaf Jenkins folder. So copy Jenkins. Okay, so if I go here and let's go to, okay, so what I did, I copied here to the Jenkins folder, but this needs to be copied to the jobs folder, right? So what I can do, I can just copy back to the jobs folder. So cp sudo just mb. I need to move this one to the jobs folder. Okay. Now it is moved. Now let's go and verify. But I go here. Okay, it's not there. Now let's restart the machine. Okay. Now let's restart the machine. So what I can do, I can use sudo system ctl stop, or you can use directly restart Jenkins. Okay. So once you do restart Jenkins, just wait for some times. So system has now been restarted. Let's go to the Jenkins and refresh this page. What we can see here, we have this multi-branch demo. We got it back, right? We got this multi-branch demo. So if you click this multi-branch demo, go to configurations. So the folder name, what was given? The folder name was given as test multi-branch demo. So this is the job which is available in the backend, right? With this name, test multi-branch demo. Now you can see how we recovered the deleted job from the backup. Okay, so we restored this job from the backup. This job is now available, or with all the histories, whatever the jobs has run, what is the in all the histories, everything has been restored. Okay, this is how, guys, you can take the back of entire Jenkins applications and restore it back whenever it is required. Hope you understood clearly. If you have any doubt or any concerns, please do write me in the comment section below. I'll try to answer your queries. Thank you.